Hi students, how are you all? Today we are going to estimate nitrogen. See, in the previous video we have studied the liquid or solid estimator. So we can carry it with the Carey's method or some other method. But here nitrogen is a gas, so we should use a particular method, that is nothing but Damas method and Kethal method, right? So first we are going to see Thomas method to estimate nitrogen. Estimation of nitrogen. Estimation of nitrogen by using Damas method. See, in this Damas method, what we are going to do? See, the organic compound may have the nitrogen, along with we have hydrogen, then carbon also. We will convert these groups into CO2 as well certain organic compounds, right? See, this may be becoming carbon becoming CO2. It is going along with the gases. So separately we will get nitrogen gas, right? For this method, we should take cupric oxide along with this organic compound. We have to add cupric oxide. We want to heat with cupric oxide this organic compound. Then it will in the atmosphere of carbon dioxide. See, we are maintaining the atmosphere on heating nitrogen with or organic compound with cupric oxide. We will get nitrogen gas. From that nitrogen gas, we can find the mass of nitrogen present in the organic compound. Yes, so the first how the reaction will carry out. Okay, listen. See, X amount of carbon, Y amount of hydrogen is present, as well Z amount of nitrogen is present, right? So here how much amount of copper oxide you can take means X plus Y by 2 and also Z. See here 2x, 2 amount of X we can take, but Y we can take only half. This number of copper oxide we should take. Then how much amount of nitrogen will form? Nitrogen only will form Z by 2 moles of nitrogen. Then CO2 2 X amount CO2 will form. Am I right? Yes. X amount CO2 will form. What are the remaining? Copper will deposit. So oxygen combined here. So copper will deposit. How much amount of copper will deposit? 2x plus y by 2 amount of copper will deposit. Now you can ask what happened to this hydrogen. Hydrogen will go as a water. Okay. Right. So this reaction only will takes place in Damas process. Right. Now some amount of nitrogen, it may be come as a nitrogen oxide, nitrogen dioxide, like that. We can convert that oxides also into nitrogen by using the KOH alkali. We can use the alkali to convert the oxides of nitrogen also into nitrogen. Then we are going to discuss about the procedure, apparatus of a Thomas method. See, we have three branch. First one is CO2 generator, carbon dioxide generator. What do you mean CO2 generator? See, we want to maintain CO2 atmosphere, during this reaction. For that we have to prepare separately, or we have to generate CO2. How will you generate this CO2? We have to take sodium bicarbonate or magnetite, or sodium bicarbonate, NaHCO3. So it will give CO2, right? But we want to add this compound with dilute HCl. Alternatively, NaCl will form, water will form, along with CO2 will produce. That CO2 should not have any water. So we can wash that CO2 with H2SO4 moisture absorber. Then finally that CO2 is allowed to pass through the furnace, right? So the next combustion tube. What's the second important apparatus? Combustion tube. See, in the combustion tube also we have four divisions or four important parts in that apparatus combustion tube. See, in this combustion tube, first A, as usual, we will have copper oxide wire gas. So what is copper oxide gas? See, it will product any product, it may again form as a reactant. So reverse reaction will be prevented by this CO2 gas, right? Then the B, we have to take the organic compound. In the B, organic compound should be taken. See, from the organic compound only we are separating or estimating nitrogen. Okay, that should be taken and also mixed with CO2. Here only we are mixing the CO2. It is taken in the vessel. Then C, that is layer of copper oxide. So here we are not taking the gas like copper oxide. We are taking layer of copper oxide. It should be covered in the entire tube of that combustion tube, right? For the reaction purpose, we are covering that layer of copper oxide. And finally, D. The D which is used, copper spiral. The copper spiral which prevents the formation of nitrogen compounds. That means we want to find nitrogen gas, but some nitrogen maybe go as nitrogen dioxide. Like other compounds should not form in this reaction. For that we are using this copper spiral. Okay. The next part of this Thomas method in the apparatus, that is SIPS nitrometer. See, SIPS nitrometer. What's the purpose? See, we got that nitrogen gas. That nitrogen gas we have to separate, from other reactant or product. So that reaction is carried out with a nitrometer, SIPS nitrometer. So the decomposed substance will give mixture of CO2 with nitrogen gas. You want to remove this CO2, for that we are using potassium hydroxide to absorb CO2. Okay. Now we will collect the free nitrogen from the outlet. Now only we are going to do the procedure. What is the procedure to carry out this Thomas method? See, first we have to open the furnace. We want to keep for a long time to absorb all the CO2 already present. The existed CO2 is removed by keeping open the furnace. All the CO2 may absorb. Then when the level of KOH raising is stopping, then you can close the vessel, right? Up till, what's the reason? See, the CO2 is absorbed means the level of KOH will increase in the fractionating column. Okay, right? Now we can feel all the CO2 already exists in the tube were removed. Now only we can take the organic compound inside and also we can heat gently. Then little by little the temperature is increased. Finally, what will happen? It will produce the compound nitrogen gas along with the CO2. CO2 we can pass now. Along with that we will get the mixture of N2 gas. See, in that first nitrogen CO2 generator we prepare CO2. After heating we can pass CO2. Now the reaction will carry out. So it will, that CO2 will carry the N2 gas. The mixture of CO2 N2 we will get it, right? that mixture is passed through the ship's nitrometer. That nitrometer will absorb the KOH. That KOH will absorb the CO2. Then the free N2 gas will get. This is the procedure to form, to prepare or estimate nitrogen gas. Now we are getting the volume of nitrogen gas, but we want to measure. Okay, so the calculation part, how much you got, you want to calculate. For that, the calculation part, what is the calculation part? Listen, weight of the substance, usually weight of organic substance, W 1 gram, or simply we can take. Then volume of nitrogen, how much volume of nitrogen we got, that is taken as a V1 liter. Here temperature, because volume gases means temperature also important. Temperature we can say T1 Kelvin. Then here atmospheric pressure we can say P mercury. Then aqueous tension we can say P dash mmHu. Now only we can tell the actual pressure of nitrogen gas. So what is the pressure of nitrogen? P minus P dash, that we can write P1. Now we got V1, T1, P1. By using that, we will bring new formula to find volume. So PV by temperature is a relation, we already know that. So P naught V naught is equal to T naught. For standard, P naught V naught, we can say standard pressure, standard volume, standard temperature. P1 divided by T1. Now we can convert this formula into V naught. Then P1 V1 divided by T1 int or 1 by P naught T naught, like we can write. So if you apply that value, we will get V naught value. That V naught we want to apply in certain formula. What is that? Volume of nitrogen gas at standard pressure. How will you measure volume of nitrogen gas at standard condition? We know the 22.4 volume divided by 28 gram out of 22.4 volume. So we know that molecular mass of that nitrogen 28, standard volume 22.4, right? Suppose W gram we have taken. For W gram volume of nitrogen gas, how do you write 28 divided by 22.4 into W? Sorry, 1 by W. For out of this volume, this W. For out of this W, how much volume we got? V naught. So previously we got the formula for V naught, you know, that value you have to apply here. For percentage, you want to multiply with 100. This is the formula to find the mass or the volume of nitrogen in the organic compound. We could find. Next method, Kjeldahl method. See, Kjeldahl method is also very easy compared with that one. Kjeldahl. See, the Kjeldahl method, here what type of reaction will carry out? Simply the nitrogen compound is treated with sulfuric acid. First, we are going to take the nitrogen compound, nitrogen containing organic compound, which having nitrogen, is treated with sulfuric acid. Now what will happen? It will produce ammonium sulfate. This ammonium sulfate is further treated with alkali, any base. Then it will produce the sulfate compound or ammonia gas alone. The gas is collected and based on the amount of ammonia gas we can calculate the nitrogen. Okay. Yes. What's the procedure in this method? See, first we have to take the weight amount of 0.3 to 0.5 gram. Only this ratio or this range of weight we have to take in this method. Then that flask is called Kedal flask, or otherwise it is also called Pyrex glass, which is having special type of glass, okay, for this method, right? Then we want to take 25 ml of H2SO4 sulfuric acid, we have to take it. Then the catalyst potassium sulfate K2SO4 as well as copper sulfate catalyst, you want to take it. All those things we have to take it in the Kedal's class or Pyrex class. Then we want to raise the temperature little by little. When the color of the solution becoming brown, right, up to the color of the solution becoming brown, we have to heat it, right? Then we can at this point leaving content clear before. At this point we can say we got, when we getting the brown color, we can say we got the ammonium sulfate, right? But ammonium sulfate, again we want to treat it with alkalis base, now we got ammonium sulfate. Then 1 liter round bottom flask we have to take. What is round bottom flask? Like we will have the round bottom flask, so we have to take this ammonium sulfate solution and also NaOH alkali. From that we will get some content share. Okay, here we want to add, in that we will get the nitrogen ammonia gas, NH3 gas will come out. Okay, yes, listen, see here that 1 liter of NaOH is added in the flask, so we will get ammonia gas, and also that ammonia will go out, so we want to keep some amount of sulfuric acid here to absorb the ammonia. How much amount we have to keep? N by 20, that normality 20% of sulfuric acid is maintained in this container to absorb all the NH3. Now we can get the free ammonia gas from there by using the sulfuric acid. How will you get the ammonia gas from the H2SO4? We have to use the distillation. So by distillation we can separate ammonia gas. Based on the quantity of ammonia gas, we can find nitrogen in the organic compound. Now the calculation part. Weight of the substance, W gram, and then see here very important, H2SO4 required to combine with NH3. Here we are doing the backward titration also. See, so how much amount of H2SO4 required? Required H2SO4 is equal to V. So that V is nothing but ammonia gas, volume of ammonia gas. So the strength, normality, we will say, concentration of that H2SO4. Concentration of that H2SO4 we can say in the N normality. So we know that the formula, what is that? V1 N1 is equal to Vn. So Vn already we got, V1 N1 we have to find. By using that we will get the formula. What is the molecular mass of nitrogen? 14. So 14 out of 1000 per liter into volume and normality of that H2SO4. Okay. Out of weight, how much weight we have taken? For that weight, in 1000 liter 14 gram, with how much gas is produced as ammonia in sulfuric acid? NV. Normality concentration, V is volume. So by using this we can calculate the volume of nitrogen. For percentage, as usual, we have to multiply with 100. Yes. Now we have finished all the estimation. Next topic, purification. See, why we want to purify the compound? Now we have estimated or separated. Okay. Now the separated one may not have the purest form. We should purify for the further analysis or further reaction. So in the purification, what are the methods we will use? There are several methods to purify. Some methods I will list out now: sublimation, crystallization, fractional distillation. These all for solid. Sublimation, crystallization, fractional crystallization. Right? For our other liquids, what are the methods we can use? See, fractional distillation, normal steam distillation, and then distillation under pressure, as well azeotropic distillation, differential extraction, and the last one is chromatography. All these methods we can use to purify the organic compound what we have estimated previously. Now the first one we are going to see, that is sublimation. See, what is sublimation? See here, sublimation is very important question, because the solid, or we can say solid, directly converted into vapor. That process only called sublimation without forming liquid state. See, camphor, benzoic acid, all these directly, if you heat, it becoming vapor without forming liquid state. That kind of substance are called sublimable substance. This process is called sublimation, right? The sublimation we can carry out by using the wax glass. We can see this one by using wire gas. The organic compounds like benzoic acid is taken. Inverter funnel we should take. The mouth should be locked with cork. If you heat it, what will happen? The organic compounds will convert into what? Gas. That gases again you can cool at the surface of this funnel, right? Because outer surface becoming cooling. So again it will form solid. So solid converted into vapor, vapor cooled, then it is converted into again solid. So we have high vapor pressure as well as cooling temperature here. This type of process is called sublimation. This is useful to separate volatile substance from non-volatile. What do you mean volatile? Easily vaporizable, or if you give temperature, it is converted into vapor, means they are called volatile, like petrol, diesel, right? We can remove volatile substance from non-volatile by using sublimation method. Other purification method we will see in the next video. Thank you.